So, budget is nothing but it is kind of an funds which is allocated for a specific expense. Let's say I'm running an manufacturing industry. So what I will do is that I'll allocate my funds for, let's say, rent expense and the other things. Okay, so this we call it as budget. So on the other side, we have encumbrance. So what is the difference between, in a way, encumbrance also unplanned fund and the other things. But only difference between our encumbrance and budget is that basically in budget we will plan it. Basically, we will know that this is the actual funds that we will be needing. Let's take an example of rent expense. If at all I have taken some building in rent wherein I'll have my headquarters. Okay. So here I know my rent would be approximately 40,000 to 50,000. But whereas on the other side, we have the manufacturing industry. I have also the manufacturing unit of the headquarters for which I'm planning for the budget. Okay. So here, let's say I have a department wherein I will need this thread to be what do you call the aggregated. So this aggregation process will need certain what do you call certain process involving the raw material procurement and the other things. So in this case, I cannot do my planning because I will not know the exact need. In the sense, I will need probably 10 ton this month and 5 ton next month. So even though I do the forecasting analysis and the all those things, so still I'll not be able to give the exact figures. So whatever the fund allocation that we are making might change, which is not sure, or the unplanned fund allocation. So this is what we are calling as encumbrance. But whereas on the other side, budget, we know that this is the fund that we are going to use for the next 3 months or 6 months, whatever the period we want to use the budget. Okay. So this is the basic difference between the budget and encumbrance. So what we will see is that budget, because budget is the one which we can see it in the general ledger module, and the encumbrance if you see, so that involves PO and other things. So we'll not get into it. So we will see budget in detail, like what are the configurations we have and how do we initiate the budget and how do we use the budget or how do we basically retire it. All those things we will see. Okay. So to start with, so basic configuration is that I'll have to enable this budget option in my ledger. So the navigation is that we know that under setup we have financial, under that we have accounting setup. So this is where we will access our ledger. Okay. Okay. So when we are basically creating this one, uh, creating the options, ledger options, and the other things, we saw that we have an option called budgetary control, but we said that when we are seeing the budget part, we will be seeing those things in detail. So now we have two options here. So we have one option is that enable budgetary control. So unless we give this option, so we'll not be able to use the budget feature in Oracle. So this becomes my mandatory option. Okay. And the second option that we have is require budget journal. So unless I have the journal to be required, so I'll not be able to add the funds. So unless I have the funds, I cannot basically use the budget even though I have enabled the budgetary controls. So whatever transaction I make in general ledger, so that is let's say I'm creating a journal entry. So this will not pass through because I have enabled budgetary control wherein I have placed. So there are different methods in placing the controls, so that we will see it at later point. But even though I have control there, but system will not allow me to complete the transaction since I have enabled the budgetary this thing. Okay, so that is the thing. So I will need to enable the require budget journal also. So I'm enabling it, and have given already this account called reserve for encumbrance. So reserve for encumbrance is nothing but the account wherein the reservation or the whatever the funds that we want to keep. So this will be under this particular account. Okay. So these are the three points that we want to give in ledger options. Okay. Already, I think I have created the budget journal. So what I will do is that I'll just enable this. I think I have created already the budget feature, probably the with the other one. So that's why it's showing this issue. Okay. Okay, these people has given some restriction. Okay, let me take different ledger. Okay, first step is complete. So basically, we have given, I mean, we have enabled this budgetary control at our ledger level. Okay, so the second step is to create our budgetary organization. Okay, so I'll go back to the application and I'll say budgets. So under budgets, we have organization. Okay, before that, let me define budget also. Okay, let me say Tata budget. I think I need to log in into different application. Okay, so this is my configuration basically. So here, what I have given is that I have given a name for the budget, and ledger has been picked up by the system automatically based on the profile option that we gave. So if you remember, we gave this profile option for this particular responsibility, that is GL ledger name. So based on that, it is picking the ledger name. And then we have the status of this budget. So status we have given as open, and system has picked this option require budget journals from our ledger option, which we gave in the earlier step. Okay. And then we have the budget periods. So budget periods can be from probably let's say from April to March also. That depends on the requirement. So when do we want to have this budget to be given? So in this case, I have selected from April to September. That is for the 6 months. So this would be budget for 6 months. So after 6 months, I will have to create it once again. Okay. So I'm saving this, and next step is to create our budget organization. Okay, so here you can see that I have given the similar way of what do you call? I have not segregated based on the sequence which I wanted to segregate. Instead, I have given the same sequence that we are following it up for the chart of accounts. That is, one would be my company segment, and two would be my accounts, and three would be my department. I have given the similar display sequence. Okay, and then ledger automatically system will pick, and I have given the organization name. Okay. So now if I want to enable, give more security to the system, I can give through this option. Okay. So I can set password. Sorry. Okay. I can set the password, whatever I want to access. So this is again business requirement, whether we wanted to have this option to set the password. Okay. Yeah, that's it on the header level information, and line level, if you see, we have ranges. So ranges are nothing but the range of accounts that we wanted to use. Okay. So this is nothing but the range of accounts that we wanted to use. Okay. So I'm taking this only for company one. I'm not taking it for the second company 02. I wanted to do only for 01. Okay. So I'm enabling this option, and account I want to use for office expense to this one, cash account. So which means all my accounts will fall under this one. So department I'm giving only for accounts. So this way I can give basically. So let's say I have an requirement wherein I wanted to exclude few accounts, but whereas I wanted to include only few accounts. So in this case, we will have to add the multiple lines. So here we have given only for company segment 01. So similarly, if I have a requirement to eliminate 02 and to give 03, so what I will do is that I will give here 01 and the second line I will add 03 and I will not add 01 basically. So this is how we will see. Okay.
In a Tata COA option, this
Yeah.
previous window, I don't have the department 101 and what is how to get this?
Yeah.
I don't have it.
Yeah, so department I'm selecting for our testing purpose or the understanding, I'm selecting only
Yeah,
one
it means
account.
it is the name of department, account, purchase, and manufacture number.
Yeah,
Yeah, is the number 0.010 is the number of department.
yes, correct. Accounts department.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I have selected the department and I'll say okay. And here we have two things. So one is the entered amount or the calculated. So I don't want to use the calculator because if I want to use calculator, I should write the rule and the other things. So I'll say entered on, and the currency I'm using only the functional currency, that is INR. I'm not using any foreign currency this thing. Okay, and then I have the budgetary control. So this is where I will define in the system how system should react in this case, whereas it should, whether it should place a control over there or it will allow me to override and pass through it. Okay, so we have different options here. So one is absolute and the other one is advisory. So if I select absolute, basically system will not allow me to pass through this. But whereas in case of advisory, it will give only warning. I will be able to still process my transaction. But if it is absolute, unless I have funds, I will not be able to process this transaction. So based on the business requirement, we will have both the things, both the options. So when I will have this, both the options is that, let's say, uh, I have a requirement wherein for few cases there will be an emergency need now and there. So business might need warning message, but whereas they will still pass the entries. So for those cases, what we will do is that we will select advisory. But in case if there are a few organizations, they will expect strict control. So for those cases, we will suggest absolute because unless I have funds, I'll not be able to make any transactions. Okay. So for our understanding, I'll select absolute. Okay, so we saw that we have two options, and I'm selecting absolute, and then we have amount type. So amount type, I'm selecting it as YTD. So I'm not going for PTD since I wanted to see the yearly thing because I have enabled it for 6 months. So I'm taking this option. Okay. So now I have the boundary. So boundary is again the year since I have selected YTD. YTD is nothing but year to date. That is yearly transaction will be cumulated. Okay. And then I have the funding budget. So which budget I'll be using? So unless I have budget that is configured, I'll not be able to complete this particular configuration because this will be our source wherein system will check whether the fund is available or fund has to be added through the journal entry. So basically system will do this kind of check. So this becomes mandatory and whatever is in yellow, this becomes mandatory. Okay. So we have given the mandatory information and let me save this record. Okay. So now I have created this budget organization. So let's say instead of selecting probably different segment or the ledger is different. So what I can do is that I can delete this particular budget. But can I delete this budget after making the transaction? So that is not possible because those transaction will affect and we might possibly see few data corruption issues and the other things. Okay. So that is the thing. So we are done with our budget organization. So now let's try to add a budget to it.
So my question to us, sir,
Yeah.
how I will prepare the theory part for a budgetary
Sorry, can you
and
repeat once again?
sir, how I will prepare the theory part of budgetary.
How you will prepare the
Or
budget
audible,
rate?
sir? Yeah, theory
Okay.
part, sir.
You will prepare the budget. So basically, you are asking in system perspective or the finance perspective.
नहीं सर फाइनेंस perspective पर नहीं no sir my question was sir some I think I guess attend the interview sir the interview can ask me to connect question do you know about budgetary and I who to I will give the answer is
Uh, Budgetary in the sense, let's say if there is a customer who asks for budgetary controls and these things, so we will have to explain in a way that budgetary control is nothing but it will have certain controls wherein we can either pass on restriction or we can ease this way to pass through this particular budgetary control. So in a shorter term, budgetary control is used to have funds for our expenses. So that is in simple terms. Uh, yeah, so there can be few accounts that can be added under the budgetary controls, and there can be few accounts that can be left over. So which we will not need to. So for example, I have the asset account. So for the assets accounts, I don't need the budgetary control because asset anyway, I have other controls and the other features. And also for my revenue accounts, I don't need it because I have separate forecast analysis and the other things built in inside the FSG. Okay. So I wanted to have this only for the expense combination. So wherein I will use only for the raw material procurement or let's say the rent and the other accounts. So this particular budgetary control is placed in place with probably the warning or the restriction part for the specific accounts which business needs. So in simple term, it is used as a planning tool wherein they will have the funds and using these funds, basically they will do the transactions.
yeah
Okay. Yeah, fine.
Fine.
Okay. Okay. So now we have created our budget organization. So now what we will do is that we will enter the budgets here. Give me a minute. I think there is some issue in generating the periods. So this concurrent program has failed. I think so. That's the issue. Mm, okay. Let me check this one. We will see tomorrow.
Yeah, you will get connected tomorrow. Sir, my question was, sir, some
No.
important some important notes you have about budgetary. Can you send me on my WhatsApp link, sir?
Wait,
The theory notes of
budgetary notes you are asking, right?
yeah, sir. You have budgetary notes. Can you some share me these notes on my WhatsApp? Yeah, or send me a link for a video session link for budgetary theory notes, sir. Only.
Yeah, yeah.
You huh?
Okay, okay. Yeah, I'll check and I'll send you.
Okay, sir. Do you have my WhatsApp number, sir? Yeah, you send me an Oracle group.
Yeah, I'll send there.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.